Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good afternoon. Today is the 30th of July and this is a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2022 Festival of the Unexceptional at Grimsthorpe Castle in Lincolnshire, part 6. I do apologise in advance for any incorrect information. If I fall over, if there's wind noise, I'm afraid that's just the way that it goes on this channel. So first of all, we found this Mark II Volkswagen Polo. This is a pre-facelift, or rather it's before the major facelift. There was a little facelift around 1986. So 1989 to 90, Volkswagen Polo, probably a 1.3, as a lot of them were 1.3s. C Chucker, I presume the Chucker was some kind of dealer special edition. Interesting, it's got the roof bars and the wheel trims and the sunroof, things like that. So the C wouldn't have been quite as luxurious as that, I don't think. 1972 to 3, Citroën DS20, Citroën préfère total. I've yet to see a right-hand drive Citroën DS in quite some time. I really haven't seen one. Most of them left-hand drive, including all the ones so far I've seen today, actually. This is, I don't even know what this is. I think it's some kind of Nissan, actually, this. It's got door handles that I recognise off some Nissan models. Yes, I was right. Not sold over here, of course. It's a first generation Cube or something. Yes, it is. Well, I've never seen a first generation Cube before. There we go. 1999 plate on that. Oh, viewers. An X350 Jaguar XJR with a beige leather interior in dark blue. Oh, I don't mind if I do. And we've even got wood and all kinds of things, and those might even be ventilated seats, viewers. Actually no, but only the X358 got those, so no, but yes, very nice anyway. Early Peugeot 406 here. I think these came out in 1996, it'll be 1996 only, so very early one. This is a GLX. It's the same colour as the one used in Ronin. I have driven one of these. It was a V6 in Diablo Red from 1998 on No Budget Reviews last year. This is the second Escort Eclipse I've seen here. It's unbelievable. There are 2 Escort Eclipses of this show, and this one again is a 1990 only. It looks a bit like an SR3i, but of course it's not. It's got a 1.3 Valencia engine in it, so a bit of a contrast. Nova GTE. Now this has been made to look like a much later car than it is. On a B, if that is the original plate, this would look very different actually. 85, 86. So this has either been modified or the plates from an earlier car. But yes, exceptional. Ooh, actually that's probably not even a GTE. It's got a 4-speed gearbox in it. That's a GTE lookalike. What is going on around here today, viewers? All sorts of weird stuff. Series 3 Land Rover. I think this is on like a 109-inch wheelbase. Don't know much about these, to be honest, really. There's the Burma Bright showing there. The Mini 30's going. Ooh, M100 Lotus Elan. I don't know exactly what year this is. Obviously, it's going to have some paint at some point. Probably not turbo. 1.8 Isuzu engine, I think, in these.
It is, yeah, 1.6.
Thank you. Second micro shape that I've seen today. Sort of about to sort of head off. There we go. Don't give it airbags and things in there. 96, 97 on that. 90 to 1991. Mazda Mx5. It could be Unos actually, this one, especially with that Nardi steering wheel in it. Yeah, it's a Unos. And we do like dark green with a beige leather interior. Actually, that was ruining my biscuit, viewers, but we can get excited if we want, can't we? What on earth is this? It's a 1998. It looks like a Toyota Corolla, but what has happened to this massive spoiler? What model is this? It's for G6, okay. That's why it's got the funny spoiler on the back. I have driven a Corolla from this era, but it was a 3-door and it was the facelift, which looked a bit less kind of radical than that does, somehow. 2001 Ford Cougar V6. Very good, viewers, with a manual gearbox. Well, I bet that's pretty fast. It's a shame you just don't see these anymore, and they're not worth a lot of money either, really. 1994 to 5 Rover 200 Cabriolet. I don't know actually which one this would be. They haven't actually put the badge on the back. That's probably a 216. Most of them are 216s. In Nightfire Red. 1995, thereabouts. Actually, could be 94. Jeep Cherokee 4 litre. This is actually the pre-facelift model. In comparison to the one I came in today, it was a facelift. And that's been repainted as well. It's a non-standard colour actually for those. Wow. 1972 to 3 Hillman Avenger GT. Goodness me. I think this was 1.5 and this could be 1.6. I can't remember when a 1.6 engine came in, but yeah, twin headlamps and all that sort of stuff. That's looking very mean indeed. So 2000 Ford Mondeo Mark II gear. Imagine it's probably 2 litre. What's a Gear X? That's even better. Fantastic. 1991, 1992 Honda Accord Aerodeck 2.2. Wow, I have not seen one of these in a very, very long time. I think the saloon was built in one country and then the estate was built in another, but I can't remember exactly now. Yeah, it's extraordinary. Very early Austin 1800. It's got the this is I think pre the Mark II, so it's a Mark I, and it's got the flat rear lights in it. There we go. Yes, 67, 68. That one would be. 2002 Jaguar S-Type. Hopefully, it's got an engine that we talk about. It certainly has. It's on a J-gate as well. Very nice, viewers. I like that sort of thing. I don't really know what McLaren's doing here. Sorry, it's a Maserati. It doesn't really matter anyway. I'm not sure what that's doing here. Someone's part of the media team who's arrived in that. This is more like it though. 1975 to 6 Triumph 2000 TC. Quite a late one actually for this. I think we stopped production in 77. But lots and lots of vinyl. Innsbruck facelift. Pure unadulterated joy. 2003 Land Rover Freelander. My feeling is that this is probably the petrol. Yeah, it's probably the K series, that's fine. With hill descent control and all kinds of things. It's pretty interesting that. It's even got a bicycle that fits with it. I don't know what that BMW is doing here. This Porsche, though, this 964 911. I think this is a Carrera. Left-hand drive, though, as the plate suggests. I don't know exactly what year. I think these came in around 1987, 88, something like that. Carrera 2. Oh, viewers. 1971 to 72. Alfa Romeo Giulia Super. Star of countless Italian giallo films. Oh, it's beautiful, viewers. And then we've got a little Marlock here. Fiat 126. This would be a BIS. Made in Poland. I don't know what's Abarth about it. Someone's put some racy seats in and all kinds of things. By this stage, this car would have been made around 1997, 1998. So the ELX trim. They weren't sold over here anymore. They were sold in Poland though until 2000. This Toyota RAV4, wow, RAV4 Edge. I mean, this is right in the sort of sweet spot of first Unexceptional year range, it's 96, 97 plate, and look at the wood and the jazzy seats and all kind of stuff. It's sort of a bit like a Suzuki X90. It's that kind of sort of feel to it. It's pretty crazy. Could be an import actually if it's a square plate. Don't know what Volkswagen's doing here. That's Saab though. Ooh. It's a very, very late pre-facelift. Yeah, it's 93, 94. I think this would be a 93. The hatchback, the CS models, got the facelift before the saloons did, I think. Yeah, it's a 9000 CDE, so be about 93. That Mondeo's moved from earlier. Probably part the other one. I would like to do a Saab 9000 on the channel, viewers. I really would. It just depends if I get offered one, you see. Just like so many things I talk about. What's interesting, viewers, is this? No, it's not a beige leather interior on the V70. Let's talk about this Mini first. I don't think there was a 1000cc version of the Morris Mini Minor, and this, it's a bit too late for that, but I think this is a 70s Mini actually, this one. The plate's a little bit older than that, but I think it's a 70s Mini with some other bits put on it, because the grille and things like that and the badge are from the 60s, but this car is from the 70s, I think. Particularly looking at the interior and things, and the fact that the 1000cc engine didn't come in until that time either. You can always sort of fiddle around with Minis like that. It's very strange what you can do with them. So we have the V70 here. That is rather nice. 2.5. We've got a white block engine. 1997, 1998 registration. We'll have to come back to that later. Yes, interesting sort of pink colour, which a lot of cars were at the time. Minivan here. Now these did retain things like the original doors and original grille and things like that. Actually, that grille's been put on. They should have like a plain grille on them that isn't even painted anything other than body colour on them. But they made these right away through 1982 with very, very few changes. This one dates from the early 70s, it's sort of 71, 72, that kind of time. But it's very nice indeed. Well, that's it. Callable, we'll have to skip. Oh, Fiat Barchetta, 1999 plate. All left-hand drive unless you've got a factory-approved conversion for them. Relatively late original run. There was a sort of gap in production when they came back, I think, for 2003 to 4 only. Another one of these, I think it's called the B5A4s. Yes, it is. No. Let's move on to this Jaguar XJS 1992 to 3 registration. Much more of my street. Dark green with a beige leather interior and wood. Viewers, I do like a nice beige leather interior. As many of you have heard me say many, many times in the past, that is really rather agreeable. Also agreeable is what's parked next to it. An Alfa Romeo 164. It's a facelifted 164. These were made until around 1998, I think. This is a relatively late one, 96, 97 registration. And this has got the much simpler, later heating ventilation controls in it. The earlier ones were criticised as being too complicated. But in the days of the modern touchscreens, they don't actually look that bad, to be honest. Yeah, so it's a twin-spock super, so a 2-litre twin-spock super. Brilliant. Wow. Oh, viewers, look at this. 1979 to 80, Renault 30 TS V6 and left-hand drive. That is an exceptionally rare car. Wow. Probably imported from France due to these yellow bulbs in the headlamps. Let's take a look here. Wow. Rare survivors. Peugeot, but Switzerland. Renault. It's a French private collection. This one, it's an 81 604 Ti. That's an amazing car. You just don't see stuff like this here. It's maybe on the continent, really not over here. Someone has given us some proper treats today. Right, skip the next car because not even sure it should be here anyway, and we can't talk about these on this channel, viewers, because the Mayor of London and all his friends around the country, they say we can't. He said, how about this pre-facelift Rover SD1? 3,500 V8 with some natty wheels, lovely colour, very typical of the period. Let's have a look at the interior as well whilst we're here. Very nice view. The choke lever's down there for some bizarre reason. I really want to have a go at one of these at some point, viewers, and you know, being someone who is very, very fond of the new Avengers, I think I should. This might be the Nitro Silvia car, but I recognise the registration number. I have a feeling that he's spent absolutely ages doing this up, and it used to look like an absolute shed, and now it doesn't. Another Citroen AX here, facelifted one, 1.1 Echo. Echo, I think, was bottom of the range for these, if my memory serves me correctly. There's not a lot of these left now. 94, 95 registration. What does it say? Wee, wee. Excellent. 1988 to 89 Saab 900i. Locked in reverse, of course, with the ignition switch down there. Very nice views, and 2001 Rover 45 V6. Hang on, this isn't a 45 V6. This is not. It's because they've got a manual gearbox. It hasn't got a V6 badge. It's just someone's plonked a front end from a V6 onto this. This is not a V6. It's just a 45. Yes, I remember this from Longbridge now. I've helped so many cars viewers, I often get confused about these sort of things. 1999 to 2000, first generation Honda CR-V. Wow. Yeah, these are getting on. I think they came out in this country in 1997, so definitely deserves to have a place here, absolutely. I don't see many of those around anymore. 1985 approximately, Opel Monza A2 GSE with some Digidash as well. This is an automatic. That view is the second one we've seen today, and it is most agreeable, I must say. 1988 to 89, Pontiac Trans Am Night Rider replica. It's not bad actually, Night Rider replica at all. It's pretty good as they go. Haven't got the sort of funny dash in it and stuff, but that's pretty good. We've got the sort of smoked rear lights. Yes, we have. Someone's worked very hard on that, viewers. That's pretty good. Of course, we've got a fog lamp down there because we need one of those for this country. Can't talk about that Astra. We can, however, talk about this 1998 to 1999 Rover 200 VI. That's actually a Birmingham plate on there, so it's possible that this car was registered by the Rover Group themselves. We'll have the 1.8 K series engine with VVC, generating 133 brake horsepower, that one. Right next to the Rover is this Innocenti. I think this is a Miele by this stage, or small, or something like that. It started off as a De Tomaso, or an Innocenti Mini, and by the end, this is a very late one. This is a 1993, I think. They had Daihatsu engines, and I think this would be the small. Will have a two-cylinder engine with 500 cc's, but they made them initially as an idea to replace the Mini in Italy. We didn't import these officially, really. We didn't replace the Mini with them for some reason, but they kept making them, and Innocenti became owned by De Tomaso, and they kept making them until about 1993. Volkswagen multi-van. I don't know what country this is from. Left-hand drive. I don't call it over here, they called something else. But on a D, so 86, 87. Talbot Express Calypso motorhome. I hope this is a petrol, viewers, because I'm not going to know, am I? I'm not even sure we get a rev counter. No, we don't get a rev counter, viewers, so yes, if I have been diesel duped, then I do apologise. Oh no, it's LPG, it's a petrol. Oh yes, please. Yeah, 91 to 92 Talbot Express. Talbot Express were made until 1994 when the Talbot badge died. And this BX is also something we can talk about. 1992-93 BX 16 TXI, so quite a late BX then. Here we go. So this is a catalytic converter and fuel injection on this very late BX. Thank you to Eric, who's the owner of the car, for telling me all that stuff. Right, 19 1991 BMW E30 Cabriolet, which does look rather agreeable actually, that views. 2007 Ford Fusion. This is a Fusion Plus, viewers, like the one that we filmed last month. No, it's a Z-Tech. 1998 to 9 Renault Safran 2-litre Executive. Oh, I don't mind if I do, viewers. Despite being called the Executive, this car's actually still got wheel trims on it. So, you know, did you actually get much more if you went up a trim level? Then, you know, maybe some alloy wheels would be nice. Another one of these Volkswagen T3s. This is a right-hand drive one, so you don't get a rev counter or anything like that. You do, however, probably still get a water-cooled engine, because these later ones had the water-cooled engines as opposed to the air-cooled ones. That's nice views. Proper view to a kill spec as well. That's 1985 to 86 Renault 11 TXE Electronique. I think this is the talking dash in here as well, viewers. Proper view to a kill spec. Oh, my car! Oh. That is very special, viewers. Let's just check on this very nice Revo 75 2.5 litre V6. Very good. It's the way they should be. 2001. Not quite a Cowley car. It's actually no, it's got black sills. That is a Cowley car, and it's a late registration. Revo 25 from 2003. This will have the white dials, so this will have the Ford gearbox in it then. Yeah, Ford gearbox. The ones after middle of 2003 had white dials, slightly different gear lever, modified engine, and a Ford gearbox up to 1.6 litres. Ooh. 1980 to 1981 Austin Maxi L. I think this would be a 1750. They 1.5 have been dropped by this stage. This isn't the Maxi 2 though. They only came in a little bit later than this. 2001 Fiat Seicento Sporting. I have driven a Seicento on my channel actually, on No Budget Reviews back in February, and it was a lot of fun. They're very basic and a bit scary, but they are fun. Volvo 240 here. This has GLT wheels on it, but it might actually be something like a GLE or something else. 1988 to 89 registration. I've driven one of these on my channel. In fact, my mother used to own a 240, so I know them very well. What's a late 440? It's a very high spec 440 as well. 1995 to 1996 440. And what engine is in this? It's a 1.6i. Wonder what spec it is. It's not really sort of said, but someone's going to take a look at the very sort of slab-like later dashboard. I would like to have a go at one of these actually, viewers. Just depends if I get off of one, of course, isn't it? Oh, 4-speed. Wow, this is a bit sort of hair shirt. This 240 here, same as the other one. 88 to 89. Didn't realise you didn't get a 40 spaghetti was a standard until later. It's a DL, and I wonder. The DL was the poverty spec 240. 1992 to 3 Fiat Panda 1000 Fire. Yes, for fire engine, very appropriate. It's red. I think versions of fire engine are still in production today for the Abarth 595 and 695. 1990 to 1991 Honda Civic. I think this is a 4th generation Civic. I forget the chassis code for these. This will be the 1.5 GL probably. I do like that, viewers. I like that rather a lot actually. So Mitsubishi Colt Sapporo in this country, probably just a Colt Sapporo to be honest. Colt Car Company with the importer until 2021. I think they pulled out of this country. This one is a lot earlier than that. This is a 79 to 80 Sapporo GSR, and look at this. Very sort of American stroke Japanese inspired interior. Look at all those gauges. Right, Fiesta's leaving. Here the Valencia engine chugging away there. A bit high spec though, this Sapporo. It's very nice condition. You just don't see these anymore, do you? You didn't see them in the first place probably. They weren't any popular cars. 1986 Citroen BX 16 TRS automatic. This I think is a very late pre-facelift, as it says here. So it's a very late Mark 1. Mark 2 came in a few months later. So we've still got this sort of crazy type of switchgear and things like that. The later ones are far more conventional than this. And they didn't even realise that they made a pre-facelift automatic, but clearly they did, because there's one here. Another early BX here, around the same kind of time. Pre-facelift for GT, so I think possibly this will have the 1.9 XU engine in it. Still sort of crazy dash in here. But very interesting nevertheless. Mazda 626 from, I don't know, I'm not sure where that country is, to be honest with you. I'm not actually sure. Interesting, yes. I've not driven this generation of 626, but one before I have driven. It's a French plate, is it? Okay. Too many of those in France. Ooh, 1991 to 2. Proton. I imagine this is a 1.5, it's got a body kit. GLS, I think this, not the Puma because those are alloy wheels, but this is some kind of dealer edition or something like that with the front air dam and that kind of stuff. Interesting. Right, let's check out this issue next time. Hopefully we can talk about this one. 2.2, yes, automatic, excellent. 1991, fantastic. Yes, we can. Great. It's the earlier one. Nowhere as crazy in here as the pre-facelift BXs, is it? It's much more of a conventional car in terms of the instrumentation, but of course it's got fancy suspension and all sorts of things. But it's rather nice. Q30, no, QX30, sorry, can't talk about that. It's too new, although it's rare, but also has an engine that we can't discuss. This Hyundai Stella is not, repeat, not the 1.6 GSL Mitsubishi engine. That is a Rover 3.5 V8, which of course if you want to see a video on this car then you can go to Ian Seabrook's channel and you can enjoy it. But yes, that's a 84, 85. He also drove, I think, on the same video, one that was from later on. I think the Seoul Olympics edition was an 88. Another BX here. There's going to be lots of BXs here today. GTI 16 valve. Wow. Oh, that's special, isn't it? 1991 to 2. I think this is a caterer. Get very careful about these Lotus, some basic kit cars. Well, I think so. Just move on, viewers. Oh, another Metro, Rover Metro this time. Is this a Quest edition or something? It's not a 1.1C because that had poverty bumpers on it. It's a 1.1. It is a Quest edition. How on earth do I remember things like this, viewers? I'll move on before I imagine why I remember things like that. 1983 to 4. Ford Capri Mark III. That is it's pretty nice, that viewers, to be honest. I like that. Oh, this is very nice. (1999) Saab 9.3 original generation. This is 2-litre turbo SE automatic, light pressure turbo. That is very nice. That's actually quite similar to the one that I reviewed on No Budget Reviews last year. Actually, is it the same one? It actually might be. Yeah, it is. It's got this funny things on the door. Yeah, but it's obviously been sold on from the garage where it was in Essex, and obviously somebody owns it. Well, yeah, you can buy it now. Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says that this could be yours. What about Mrs. Spass? I don't think so, though. The RTE, I really hope, viewers, this isn't the forbidden fuel engine again. Lots and lots of people have come over from the continent to show their cars this time, haven't they? So this is the Mark III Espace, I think this would be about 98, 99, something like that. Right, okay, that's it, viewers, for part 6 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Festival Unexceptional. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. And we'll see you again soon for part 7, where we might get some way to finishing, but it's very likely we're going to get to part 8, isn't it?